Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to abide by the community guidelines. Welcome to the live chat, the livest chat on YouTube. Who gonna be first? I know I'm a few minutes early. It's top of the mid-morning, man. It's not only am I a few minutes early, man, but it's Thursday. Hot like fire. Oh, man, it's Thursday. We a few minutes early, right? Who gonna be first in the chat? Who gonna tap in loud and proud? Come on in, man. Baby, baby, come on. Baby, baby, come on. Baby, baby, come on. Baby, baby, come on. Yeah, man, we loud. We in there, man. It's a what we gonna call third? I think we used to do I don't know, Thunderbolt Thursday. I don't know what it is, man. But another fire show, another fire thumbnail, another fire topic. How y'all doing today, man? On an off day, is it an off day or an on day? You let me know right now in the chat. Number one in the nation, number one vivacious, activated, coming through every morning so live. You know what it is. Trump news, giving Democrats the boo-hoo-hoo blues, giving Democrats the boo-hoo-hoo blues. Yeah, it's not even 11 a.m. yet, but I wanted to start off the top, so we just gonna have a good time right now until 11 a.m. rolls in and everybody gets the notifications and understand what's going on, man. Make sure you're live, man. Let's check it out, man. Let's check it out. Let's make sure we live. Man. Welcome to the chat. Who gonna be first? The first person in the chat gets shouted out. You know how I go, man. Welcome to the chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by community guidelines. You got the hottest conservative podcaster in the nation right now. You see that fire thumbnail, man. We got a lot to talk about this morning. There's a lot that's trending right now. You see Jimmy Kimmel on the thumbnail, but you may not know the other names. But by the time we finish today's show, oh, you gonna know, baby. Oh, you gonna know. I told you yesterday, I said, Candace Owens got a job. We got a job. She gonna do her job. I'm gonna do my job. We MAGA strong. We MAGA proud. We mega strong. Mega proud. Make America great again. That's what we doing, man. So there's a lot to discuss, a lot to unpack. Suspended indefinitely, but then there's always a story. There's always something counter narrative. That's what we do here, counter narrative. So on the surface, you see Jimmy Kimmel, but that's not the complete story. That's not our focus today. I mean, they want you to focus on television. And first in the chat, man, decoding literature with Dr. What is that? AF said hi. First in the chat, man. How you doing, man? I'm doing real good today, man. MAGA Thunderbolt Thursday, man. MAGA conservative movement over here, man. We're going to talk about Jimmy Kimmel being canceled, but I want to get to the real story that they want to bury. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to let everybody flow on in here, man. Wildflower in the building. Free speech isn't dead. Charlie Kirk in. Wow. Come on in, man. Let's have a talk, man. Adam Skies, come on in. Let's have a talk, man. We're going to have a talk about free speech, hate speech. We talked about Pam Bondi the other day. All of these things are not happening in the vacuum. They're not happening by themselves. We saw Pam Bondi give an interview defining, distinguishing, making a distinction. We've been hearing a lot about distinctions lately, haven't we? But we heard Pam Bondi making a distinction between free speech and hate speech. For that person in the chat, we've been paying attention to. We are not playing around over here on the Per Time Podcast. We be paying attention. We intelligent. We are listening. We are into the zeitgeist. Double tap the screen to like, hit the thumbs up, share, and subscribe. Yeah, man. Pam Bondi, see, we Trump first over here. MAGA, make America great again. It's only one America. America for everybody. Great for you, great for me, great for everybody. Pam Bondi and Trump administration already made a designation, a distinction between free speech and hate speech. Did you see the interview? I saw the interview. My audience is up to speed. Are you up to speed? Because you're coming with antiquated talking points. My audience is up to speed. Because we love Trump and we love how he empowers intelligent, powerful women. Pam Bondi, intelligent, powerful woman. You know how Pam Bondi got that job? Pam Bondi was appointed by Trump. But see, you want to call Trump all these horrible names, but you don't want to point out all the powerful women that he empowered. Tulsi Gabbard, Pam Bondi. What about the other woman who just got appointed to the DOJ? Pam Bondi made a distinction because Trump made a distinction. He said, we going after Fannie Willis. We going after hate speech. We just took down Jimmy Kimmel. But that's not the story. Jimmy Kimmel is just the icing on the cake. That's not the meat. That's not the red meat. Let me introduce the show. Back at it like a crack at it, automatic like a fomatic, built from tragedy, made for static. It's your boy, First Time Podcast, back with the blast, in and out with a dash. 2025 won't last, so we gonna get this done with a blast. Double tap, hit the like button as you come in to join the conversation, man. You gotta hit the like button, man. I see a lot of people in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Double tap and hit the like button. So Jimmy Kimmel suspended indefinitely. Suspended is a lot we've learned since Jimmy Kimmel's suspension. We learned that Jimmy Kimmel's contract was going to be up next year. We already saw Colbert. Can we talk about how MAGA strong? Because a lot of people, can I get MAGA strong in the chat? I need 50 likes and then we need 100 likes. But right now, I need MAGA strong in the chat. M-A-G-A, MAGA strong. Fight, fight, fight. I need MAGA strong in the chat right now. Because I'm not going to jump the gun. I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to, I'm an OG. Can I get somebody to say, what's up, Unc, in the morning? Good morning, Unc, you up early? I got my coffee and my tea. Can I get somebody to say, what's up, Unc, in the morning? See, I'm Unc, so I'm going to take my time. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to enjoy this. This going to be sweet. This going to be sweet. Can I get MAGA strong? There we go. Christine said MAGA strong. Yeah, because it didn't just start with Jimmy. We got to go to Colbert. So I'm not going to rush it. Don't rush the good stuff. Hey, this morning you are watching Top of the Mid-Morning Podcast. My name is Perfect. You're watching the Perfect Timing Podcast. I just want to share something with you. Don't rush the good stuff. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time. Double tap, hit the like button. We MAGA strong, and we having a MAGA good time this morning. Woo! I said we MAGA strong, and we having a MAGA good time this morning. We don't get to have a good time. You guys celebrate. You celebrate for the wrong reasons. You burn down Teslas. You protest. You BLM, you do all of this. You say, defund the police. You get to celebrate. You twerk in front of the police. Can I have a good day this morning? I'm going to take my time. I'm going to take my time. No. We not going to rush. No, we not going to rush. Because Colbert went first. Colbert had the lowest ratings. Colbert went first. Colbert had the lowest ratings. Remember, Donald Trump had a #1 television show. You love Donald Trump. Everybody loved Donald Trump. All of a sudden, you listen to the social. You've been hypnotized. Remember, we talked about Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris' brand new book. Well, Kamala Harris admitted she was wrong. Kamala Harris admitted she was wrong. But further than her admitting she was wrong for following Sleepy Joe, she said the reason she followed Sleepy Joe is because she's hypnotized. I say you guys are all hypnotized. See, Jimmy Kimmel was hypnotized by the lights, the glass. I said all year. 2025. See, they've been thinking it's still 2024. You hear in the chat, impeach Trump. They think they can go backwards. See, the Democrats, the liberals, the Marxists, the socialists who want to end our country, they think they can go backwards. You know what I've been saying all year? I said you just had a choice. Don't lie to me. I'm an old man. See, an old man uses his mind. Don't lie to me. You just had a choice. Donald Trump only been president 6 months. Why they crying in the chat? Like they had a choice 10 years ago. See, the Democrats, the liberals want to whine and cry. They won't tell you, hey, you just had a choice. Everybody, over 80% of Americans overwhelmingly picked Donald Trump. You just had a choice. You want to troll. You want to get upset. No, Jimmy Kimmel was gone. Jimmy Kimmel was gone indefinitely. Bye-bye. I make you go. Bye-bye. Everybody in the chat, can I get up? I make you go. Bye-bye. Yeah, Colbert. Did Colbert get rehired? Is Colbert rehired? Does he have a new job? I bet you he end up on YouTube. I bet you I get more views. I bet you he end up on YouTube. I bet you I get more views. Where Jimmy Kimmel going? I bet you he end up on Rumble. I bet you I get more views. Where Jimmy Kimmel going? It's an antiquated medium. Nobody watches television. Who watches television? You're watching me now on the best app in the world, YouTube. YouTube allows me to interact with my global audience at any given time. If news reports come out right now, I don't have to go to a producer. I don't have to go to an AR. I go right to you. I go directly to the consumer. I go directly to the audience at any given time at a global rate and speed. That's YouTube. Jimmy Kimmel is gone. Jimmy Kimmel is out of here, but Colbert went first. You ever going to get his $50, 50 million? God gives you what you say. What fifth agree with John McCain? What are y'all talking about in the chat, Didi? Okay, let's make that you just won't get 10% of the view. Kimmel will get. Kimmel is gone. Kimmel, I'm getting more than that now because Kimmel gets no views. Double tap, hit the like button right now. I need 100 likes on the double or we in trouble. I need 100 likes on the double or we in trouble. I need 100 likes on the double or we in trouble. You are watching the hottest podcast in the land. I'm telling you, nobody else is having this conversation. Nobody else is having this conversation. See, the Democrats want to distract you. See, this is not what we're going to talk about today. Jimmy Kimmel makes me I don't care about Kimmel. I don't care about Colbert. Kimmel found out last night how influential. See, we talk about Charlie Kirk. We just learned. Everybody on that side been saying Charlie Kirk's not influential. Why is Charlie? We just learned who had the true influence. We just learned where the true power and influence lie and where the American people this morning agree with ABC. No one is saying bring back Jimmy Kimmel. People are missing and mourning Charlie Kirk. People miss and mourn Charlie Kirk. But they are not missing and mourning Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel is gone indefinitely. His contract is canceled. And this is after Stephen Colbert did the same. Donald Trump and MAGA is on a roll. Right now, I need my MAGA hands. Donald Trump and MAGA is on a roll. Donald Trump and MAGA, how many Supreme Court victories do we have? Can I count them? SCOTUS with the motors. How many Supreme Court victories did we win in LA? ICE won in LA. Now ICE LA has the permission from the Supreme Court to go into LA and Chicago. Did you see that? How many SCOTUS victories do we have? Stephen Colbert out of here. Jimmy Kimmel out of here. But that's not the topic that we want to get into. If you take a look at my thumbnail, you're going to see 4 individuals, and I need everybody to know those 4 individuals' names before we leave today's live stream. So let's read the details about Jimmy Kimmel, and then we're going to get to these no good Republicans. Oh man, we had somebody ready to go, and 4 people let us down. I need to educate MAGA about who not to vote for. We got to draw a line in the sand. Because what happened in that vote, 214 to 213, was unacceptable. So I'm going to make sure you know the names of those 4 representatives who did not represent MAGA in that vote. But before we get to that vote, before we get to the censure, some of you know about the censure of Omar. Some of you already know about Omar. Omar's right there with Jasmine Crockett and AOC. It's all of these women. What are they called? Somebody put in the chat. They have a name. Omar, AOC, Jasmine Crockett. They have a nickname for these women who are not democratic. I say they are anti-American. Jasmine Crockett, Omar, AOC. I say they use Marxist socialist political tactics. Jasmine Crockett got on the airplane, left, stopped democracy in Texas. Omar makes these comments post Charlie Kirk. There's a nickname for those women. I don't remember the name. You guys put it in the chat. Yeah, y'all know who I'm talking about. But let's read the details about ABC suspending Jimmy Kimmel live indefinitely, because a lot of people don't know what really happened. He got suspended indefinitely. Do you know what indefinitely means? Put indefinitely in the chat, because some people may be confused thinking that there's some get back. Indefinitely means forever. What Cardi B say? If you mess with me, you mess with me forever. Cardi B on her fourth baby by the second baby daddy. You can't make it up. Cardi B on her fourth baby by the second baby daddy. You can't. Offset better get a blood test. Offset get a blood test on both baby number 3 and baby number 4. Stephon Diggs get a blood test. Get a blood test on baby number 4 and baby number 3. Let's get the NBC Jimmy Kimmel. I'm a dirty dog. Yeah, I'm a dirty dog. ABC Jimmy Kimmel live suspended indefinitely after Charlie Kirk remarks. ABC has indefinitely suspended Jimmy Kimmel live after host Jimmy Kimmel's Monday monologue inaccurately linking the suspect to conservative activist Charlie Kirk's fatal shooting at Utah event to Donald Trump MAGA movement. So he was suspended indefinitely because he attempted without. I'm a YouTuber. I know better than that. You're supposed to say allegedly. You're supposed to say allegedly. You're supposed to say fair use. No, he got on television. You know, there's laws. What's that organization that monitors TV? I forget it right now. Somebody put it in the chat. The broadcast, whatever. But you know, there's laws about being on television. You can't slander, you can't lie. Jimmy Kimmel went on television and stated this as if it was a fact, and it's an ongoing investigation. We presented Candace Owens information where Candace Owens has basically obliterated the FBI investigation and said she doesn't believe any of it. So how can Jimmy Kimmel go on television and state a fact when there is it SEC? Somebody put it in FCC. Thank you, Dope TV. And you got TV in your name. It makes sense that Dope TV got it right so quickly because he got it in his name. Shout out to Dope TV. Mrs. Perfect Timing came in the chat with the reach of destruction. Shout out to the moderators and the members of the channel. Shout out to the moderators and the members of the channel. Yeah, I've been getting trolled, baby, because I haven't had no moderators, because today I usually go live on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm live early and I'm live on Thursday. The moderators been eating me. The trolls been eating me up. But welcome all my members and my moderators. Let's get it fired up. Let's get it fired up in the chat. Let's get a debate going. Come on, trolls, you welcome. Welcome. We talking about it this morning. All right, Jimmy Kimmel. Stating facts. Dope TV told us it's the FCC. They have rules to regulate the television. Beyond Trump, beyond MAGA. It's just like Adam Schiff and Latia James in New York. Everybody thinks that Trump is doing lawfare. No, Adam Schiff and Latia James are being prosecuted by the Financial Housing Authority. They got caught by Fannie Mae. They got caught by FHA. It just so happens that Trump is president and Pam Bondi is running up the DOJ. So Adam Schiff and Latia James is in trouble. That's what's happening. If you want to think that Jimmy Kimmel and Trump has magical hands, no. FCC. You can't go on television. I can't go on YouTube and state things as a fact. You have to say allegedly. Jimmy Kimmel attempted to create and steer the narrative. What do we talk about every day? Propaganda and the Democrat, Marxist, socialists creating and steering the narrative to do what? To hypnotize you. And that's why Charlie Kirk was murdered. People who hate Charlie Kirk are hypnotized and they believe Charlie Kirk is racist. Charlie Kirk race was not paramount at Charlie Kirk's message. Charlie Kirk was about truth, justice, and praise. Paramount above all, Charlie Kirk was about praise. If you get that, then you get love and you get unity. You get the message of the good book. But you guys want to divide the country. So Jimmy Kimmel attempted to create and spin a narrative on television, and the FCC had something to say about it. Can I see? ABC did not want to be fined by the FCC because Jimmy Kimmel's on the contract. Can we have a conversation? Double tap, hit the like button. I need 100 likes 5 minutes ago. Can we have an honest conversation? Jimmy Kimmel was on the contract. Do you know what a contract is? Do you think they can just fire Jimmy? No, they just can't get rid of Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel is under contract. There is no magical Trump. Hello, everybody listening. There is no magical Trump. Trump is a bad mama jamma. Trump is a bad, can I get some Trump hands? Trump is a bad mama jamma. We've been winning. We in Europe right now. I said we in Europe being hosted by the king right now. Do you know what the trade and the tariffs have done for America? America's making money. America is respected. America is on the top of everybody's tongue, not another country, America. Do you guys even understand why Trump is being received the way he is being received in the UK? It's because the UK and Britain need us. They've always needed us. They depend on us financially, culturally, so they need the relationship to stay strong. They don't want to offend Trump in America, so they laying out the red carpet, literally. Tell me this, all you player haters. Double tap, hit the like button. I need 100 likes 5 minutes ago. Tell me this, if the trade and the tariffs are so bad, think about this. This is illogical. You can look and see this for your own eyes. If the trade and the tariffs are so bad, why is the UK rolling out the red carpet? If the UK is upset with Trump over trade deals, why are they being so welcoming? This is what Trump is creating in this environment, that now America is not the bad guy. I want to make a deal. Donald Trump, would you come visit us? Let's have a talk. Let me take you around. Let me put you in a horse and carriage. Can we talk about the trade? Yes, we agree. For years, Europe has had 0 to 2% tariffs. That hasn't been fair to the American people. Let's come up with a deal. See, Trump has created a brand new environment for America. You don't want to be honest. Trump has created a brand new environment for America. A business conducive environment where countries are coming to us. They are coming to us. They want to make a deal. America, this is the thing about trade. America is still America. You guys act like we are the Philippines. When you get scared about trade and the tariffs, you act like we are a third world country. We don't need them. Do you understand how major countries work? You need 4 things. You need oil, you need energy, you need food, you need people. America has everything. China, Russia cannot produce enough oil and energy for its people. They cannot produce enough food. Did you know Russia, what do they call it? Siberia, you can't grow food in Russia. China, they can't grow. They need us. We don't need them. So whenever the trolls come in the chat and they are crying over trade and tariffs, I know they don't understand geopolitics. They are coming into the conversation late. They don't understand geopolitics and global positioning and where America sits in geopolitical trade and global positioning. What countries need to survive? America does not need to trade with anyone. I don't think the trolls, the Democrats, see, that's why Kimmel got fired. You guys are confused. Do you get what I am saying? We don't need to trade with anybody. There's this rumor about soybeans going around. We don't need any of these deals. We are not contingent upon trading with China. We can change our markets and be self-sufficient. But if we decided to not, so let's say China wants to play hardball. If we said, China, We won't trade anything with you. China would not exist. How many people understand that in the chat? If America said, because there's this lie about trade and tariffs, Trump is being welcomed like a king by a king. Trump is being welcomed like a king by a king. There's this lie about trade and tariffs. Like, we need to trade with China. If we stop all trade with China, we're okay. If we stop all trade with China, we're okay. Can China say the same thing? Can BRICS nations say that they cannot? That's why we don't care if they have a parade. Have a parade. Have a big BRICS parade. We don't care. Russia needs to trade with America for food. You can join BRICS all you want. You have to trade with us because you can't grow enough food for your people. Come on. Come on. We got oil. America, milking. We got oil, baby. We got farmland. We got youth. Russia and China don't have 18-year-olds. Russia and China don't have youth. They don't have people making more Chinese. They don't have enough people to make more Russians. They not only need oil and food, they need people. Did you know that? Did you know that? I'm not making it up. China is upside down demographically. They have too many old people because of the one-child policy. Because of the one-child policy, their demographics are upside down. They have more old than they have young. And they have an inability to produce new young people. These are truths. Let's go. Thank you to everybody watching. Double tap, hit the like button. Thank you to everybody watching. We are discussing Jimmy Kimmel being suspended indefinitely for spreading a narrative, a democratic socialist narrative that I say is a Marxist political tactic. It's not just that Jimmy Kimmel lied. This is a political channel. I am educating my audience. If you're here, you're going to get an education. Jimmy Kimmel was used his bully pulpit as a Democratic operative to spin. You heard of the spin zone. I talk about the spin zone here. Jimmy Kimmel was used by the DNC as an operative to spin a Democratic narrative with no basis. This is political. This is politics. Let me read it again. Let me read it again because some people are confused. This is not just a comedian. This is politics. This is politics. This is politics. And it is important for the Democrats to not be seen as the people guilty for Charlie Kirk. And the Democrats have been fighting all of their soldiers. Jimmy Kimmel, just another Democratic soldier. They have been marching out all their soldiers. Omar, AOC, Jasmine Crockett, all of their soldiers have been marched out to say this narrative that the person responsible for Jimmy Kimmel is related to MAGA. And it is unfounded. Candace Owens is revealing truths that the FBI have not revealed to the people. How could Jimmy Kimmel and the Democrats have a narrative already when Candace Owens is revealing to the entire world that the FBI and the governor has not been forthcoming with all the information? So please tell me, Democrat, how does Jimmy Kimmel know this for certain? How could he say that after Candace Owens had 1 million views in 1 hour? Candace Owens got 1 million views in 1 hour. I'm telling you, it's political. This is a political operative. Jimmy Kimmel was used like Donna Brazile, like Joy Behar. These are political operatives They're not just talk show hosts. And that was a talking point from the DNC. Do you guys understand? That was a DNC talking point. And it was very important that they get it on television. That was a DNC talking point. Jimmy Kimmel is a political operative, and he needed to get out that message. Double tap and hit the like button. Thank you, William Stryker, for the $4.99 super chat. We thank you, speaking the truth, and God bless. God bless you, God bless America, and God bless Trump, and God bless the family of Charlie Kirk. God, can we get that in the chat? God bless the family, the children, because we are forgetting. God bless the family of Charlie Kirk. God bless that little girl. God bless Erica Kirk. God bless the family of Charlie Kirk. Because somebody died. You know, remember when Trump was shot in the ear? Remember when Trump was shot in the ear? Somebody died that day. They tried to assassinate our president 3 times. They tried to assassinate our president 3 times. Some of us have been warning. Some of us know the climate we're in right now. Some of us know the climate we're in right now. The MAGA, can I get MAGA strong in the chat? Can I get MAGA strong? Some of us know the climate we're in right now. Some of us know the climate we're in right now. That man waited at the golf course. How? He waited at the golf course 5 hours. They had temps protecting our president. Temps, not Secret Service. That man was on the roof to kill Charlie Kirk for 10 minutes. He got to set up the shot. He got 10 minutes. They had temps protecting our... Some of us know the climate we're in right now. Some of us know the climate we're in right now. Did you guys know about Arctic frost? If you don't know the climate, let me give you another piece of information. Arctic frost. So they tried to kill the president 3 times. And during Sleepy Joe's administration, there was an illegal, secret FBI investigation into Donald Trump and his vice president. I said during 2022, 2023, and 2024, there was an illegal FBI investigation into Donald Trump called Arctic frost. And I said to you, when it came to those files, if there was any dirt on Trump that the Dems could have used to keep him out of office, they would have used it. Everybody said, give me the files, give me the files. I want you to look up Arctic frost and look how much due diligence this rogue anti-Trump FBI agent who subpoenaed cell phones went to find dirt, and he found nothing. He found nothing. See, instead of protecting Donald Trump, they were trying to arrest him. They were trying to charge him with 36 felonies. Some of us know the climate we're in right now. Do anybody know the climate we're in right now? They turned a misdemeanor into 36 felonies so they could put an innocent man in jail. They allowed him to get shot in the ear and someone died that day. Thank God, Fannie Willis, the criminal, allegedly, Fannie Willis, who slept with co-counsel. I can't make this up. I know it sounds salacious. Fannie Willis, who slept with co-counsel, who just so happened to be a married man. I can't make this up. Thank God Fannie Willis was removed because they tried to do a RICO in the most corrupt county in America, Fulton County, the most corrupt county in America. Fulton County, Fannie Willis had a RICO against the president. But wait a minute, Fannie Willis slept with her co-counsel, paid him $1 million, and he was a married man. Fannie Willis went on vacation with her mama. Fannie Willis went on vacation with her mama and a married man who happened to be co-counsel in a RICO case against the president. And thank God to the Supreme Court of Georgia. Can we get an amen to the Supreme Court of Georgia? Thank you, Supreme Court of Georgia, for removing. Is that another victory? Is that another victory? Is that another victory for MAGA and Trump? I don't see nobody. Is that another victory for MAGA and Trump? I think that's another victory for MAGA and Trump when you say Fannie Willis. This is not a joke about the political climate. We talk about Charlie Kirk, but a lot of people are coming to the conversation late. They don't know the climate. They don't know the political climate. They don't know the details of each assassination attempt. We do. MAGA does. I love you, MAGA. I love you, MAGA. MAGA knows. MAGA knows the details of every assassination attempt. So MAGA understands the climate. MAGA understands the climate. So we know what happened with Charlie. We understand. We saw it coming. And we shout out to Mr. I just made me a new moderator. We just made a new moderator in the building. And I need you to join the channel so you can get lit up in the chat. Shout out to my brand new moderator, Mr. Bosky in the building. Perfect Timing Podcast with the blast, in and out with a dash. I need you to double tap and hit the like button. In the top right-hand corner, there are 3 little dots called an ellipses. Hit that ellipses. It's going to give you a choice. It's going to give you a choice to like, dislike, share, or subscribe. And what I want you to do when you hit the subscribe, hit the plus and become a member. Let's go back to reading. Hey, look at you, boy. You're looking good, boy. Look at you, boy. You're looking good, boy. Oh, man, you're looking good, boy. ABC has indefinitely suspended Jimmy Kimmel Live after host Jimmy Kimmel's Monday monologue inaccurately. This is so key because people think there's a magical Trump. And shout out to Dope TV, who said that FCC regulates the television. FCC regulates the television. But y'all not going to pay attention. ABC has indefinitely suspended Jimmy Kimmel after host Kimmel's Monday monologue inaccurately linked the suspect in a conservative activist Charlie Kirk fatal shooting at a Utah event to Donald Trump's MAGA movement illegally. Charlie Kirk's fatal shooting at a Utah event to Donald Trump's MAGA movement. The move followed criticism from the FCC. Can I say that again? Dope TV. Shout out to Dope TV who was watching. I hope you're still in the chat, Dope TV. I hope you're still in the chat, Dope TV. Shout out to Dope TV, man. Shout out to everybody watching in the chat. Double tap, hit the like. We had 100 likes 5 minutes ago. Double tap, hit the like. We had 100 likes. Shout out to everybody watching, man. Because we said it before I even read it. We said it before I even read it. The move followed criticism from the FCC chairman, Brendan Carr, who suggested potential regulatory action and decisions by affiliates like Nexstar Media Group to drop the show, prompting Disney to halt nationwide broadcast. So do you see how this trickled down? Do you see how this trickled down? It wasn't a magical Trump. It wasn't some king on the throne. There are laws and rules for everybody. But what did we see during Sleepy Joe's administration? Can any fathers, anybody suffered from toxic masculinity? Because what happened during Sleepy Joe administration is certain people did not have to follow the rules. Certain people did not have to follow the rules. They had the power to cancel people. They had the power to cancel people. Certain people didn't have to follow the rules during Sleepy Joe's administration. Now we find out that rules are for everybody. Does anybody remember hearing and seeing similar things like this? Jimmy Kimmel got rich saying and doing things like this under the last administration, but never got punished. This is not Trump. I would love to take credit because I'm MAGA strong. I'm a MAGA supporter. I'm a MAGA supporter. I would love to give the credit to Trump. We take the victory, okay? MAGA take, but it's not Trump. Just like with Adam Schiff, Latia James, just like with Fannie Willis, these are incompetent individuals. Just like Charlie Kirk said, this is the sad part about this conversation. You want to blame Trump instead of looking at the incompetence of the Democratic Party. Over and over again, they make these mistakes. Kamala Harris just admitted, I have been talking about this in nauseum. She had to write that book. She had to write that book because we keep saying, why did that look so bad? The rollout of Kamala Harris was horrific. The rollout of Kamala Harris was doomed. She had to come out and say there was a split in the White House. Biden's team didn't like me, so Biden's team worked against me. We saw it. MAGA, we saw it. We knew that was happening. Hello, MAGA. Didn't we see it? We saw Jill Biden hate on Kamala. They had to call Barack to campaign for her because Biden and Jill would not campaign for Kamala. Did anybody remember? I saw it. You saw it. Barack Obama campaigned for Kamala. Why didn't Biden campaign for Kamala? She had to come out with a book. She had to come out with a book. She had to tell everybody that I was hypnotized. The Democrats are hypnotized. She said if the Democrats were not hypnotized, they would have stopped Biden. They would have stopped Biden, but that's how I know the trolls are sick. I want the trolls to come in. We need the trolls. We need the trolls. Because they show the sickness, the mental illness. And Kamala admitted to it, that the Democrats were so hypnotized they could not fight against the Bidens, and they knew they should have. Kamala Harris admits it. Did you guys know what's going on in your party? Do you know what's going on in your party? In your Democratic Party? I don't think you do. I don't think you do. There's no magical Trump. Jimmy Kimmel had a contract with ABC and Disney. Jimmy Kimmel had a contract with ABC and Disney. They cannot fire Jimmy Kimmel unless he does what? Can we get it in the chat? Can we get it in the chat? I told you I'm not going to rush. Don't rush the good stuff. They cannot fire Jimmy Kimmel unless what? Unless he violates the contract. Yes, you cannot fire him unless, because they are both contractually obligated to each other. When Jimmy Kimmel broke FCC guidelines, I follow YouTube guidelines, community guidelines. Those of you in the chat need to follow community guidelines also. Thank you for watching, and you're welcome to disagree. Thank you for watching, and you're welcome to disagree. Jimmy Kimmel has to follow FCC guidelines. I have to follow YouTube guidelines. Jimmy Kimmel, when he linked the suspect inaccurately and did not make a correction or say allegedly, listen, the FCC chairman, Brendan Carr, suggested potential regulatory action, not against Jimmy Kimmel. This is what you need to understand that's important about the math behind what happened. The FCC chairman threatened regulatory action and decisions by its affiliates. And instead of Disney, listen, Disney, the parent group, Disney, the parent company that owns a lot more things than you know and understand. Jimmy Kimmel was small in the overall size of Disney. Remember when Disney came out during the Sleepy Joe Biden administration and Disney said they were going to purposely lean in to LGBTQ content like Target, like Bud Light? Can we have a talk? No one else is having this conversation. Can we have a real talk this morning? Do you guys understand Disney is politics? I don't believe any of this one bit. How many people smell a rat? How many MAGA smell a rat? Double tap it to like, I need 100 likes 5 minutes ago. How many MAGA people smell a rat? So Disney the company who was anti-Trump, Disney the company that came out and said we were going to purposely lean in to LGBTQ content, which is contradictory to MAGA culture. You believe they are upset at Kirk? You believe that company is mad at Jimmy Kimmel's remarks? I don't think so. I think it's a political theater. Disney, doesn't this sound on par for Disney? When you understand it was Disney, doesn't this sound on par? The comments made by Jimmy Kimmel, when you understand his parent company and their ideology and what they have said publicly, MAGA knows this. MAGA already. MAGA knows this already. MAGA, we know it, right? MAGA, we know. So I say, I smell a rat. I smell a rat. MAGA, I smell a rat. I don't believe Disney for 1 minute. I believe Disney gave Jimmy Kimmel that joke. I believe Disney wrote that joke for Jimmy Kimmel, and I believe Disney and all of them are part of this Democratic operative anti-Trump regime. And they have been that. I'm not surprised. Did you see this on Fox? You did not see this on Fox. Where did it happen? It was not unscripted. You can tell by the joke. The joke was written. This was a scripted monologue. Is everybody listening? Did I surprise you? Did I surprise you? Did I surprise you? This was a scripted monologue. Disney wrote it. Disney just sacrificed Jimmy Kimmel. Disney is anti-Trump. Come on. Come on. You didn't get it. You didn't get it. You don't see what happened. You thought it was Trump. You thought it was, no. Kimmel has 100 writers on staff. Some of the greatest comedians. How late night monologues work. They hire some of the best comedians in the country. They write the monologue for Jimmy Kimmel. That's how it goes. You don't go on TV without a script because they have advertisers. You don't go on television. Hello, we're on TV now. We're on TV now. You don't go on television without a script. He has 100 of the best comedians writing for him, but they are left-leaning. Disney is left-leaning, and Disney and ABC wrote and approved and chose Jimmy Kimmel to deliver a narrative and a message to the American people. Does anybody understand propaganda and why and how you have magazines and news and media and how politics uses news and media? It's not to entertain you. It's like Kamala Harris said, to hypnotize you, to hypnotize you, to hypnotize you. I am arguing my argument allegedly this morning. I am allegedly arguing that Disney chose Jimmy, chose that show, and wrote that monologue to help push a narrative to protect Democrats. That I am arguing and alleging that this morning, and a lot of you missed that. So many people are just looking at Trump and Jimmy Kimmel and don't understand FCC regulations and guidelines, and that Disney, the parent company, came out and said that they would purposely lean into and put LGBTQ stars and cartoons on the Disney Channel and in Disney movies. Does anybody remember when Disney said that? The one thing I said was, Disney can do what it wants. Why come out and make this statement? Why did Target make a statement that they were going to lean in to LGBTQ? Why did Bud Light hire that person and make, see what happened in the last administration, it was bullying. Okay, Disney, you can put whoever you want, it's your company. But why are you making a statement and almost like bullying the American people? Why did they need to make it a political, a marketing campaign? We still love Disney. Those of us who are not homophobic, Disney, we don't care. Disney, I don't care who's the star of the movie. I like cartoons. My children like the movie. You didn't need to tell me that. Just make a good movie. I don't care. I'm not homophobic. So I don't care who's the star. You didn't need to tell me that. Just make a good movie. How about you just make a good movie? Why did Disney, and this is what I said, Disney is no longer, you need to understand these multinational, shout out to Lazy Bones. We had to talk about this in the back chat. These multinational corporations are not just businesses anymore. I'm going to say this again. These multinational, Disney is owned by the Chinese. Did I just surprise you for a second? Who thinks Disney is owned by Americans? Who thinks Disney is owned by America? Okay, so Disney is a multinational corporation, one of the largest and most powerful. That's number one that you need to understand about. This is so much going on. There's so much going on with this. There's so much going on. Disney is a multinational corporation. They got bought out a long time ago by the Chinese and the Japanese. Y'all didn't know that. So Disney's not American anymore. Disney hasn't been American for how long? Y'all know that? Come on, y'all know that. In the chat, Disney hasn't been American for like 20 years. You guys know this already. I know my nose is hella big. My nose and my ears, I know my nose. It's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Man, luckily today I'm not as shiny. I'm normally shiny. I already been sweating. I sweated off my shine. You got to come at the beginning of the podcast when the nose is shiny. It's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer every morning at 11 a.m. Come on in, man. We do conservative MAGA first. MAGA, conservative, MAGA strong. We talk about the MAGA dollar. We talk about MAGA strong. The reason I can go back and do callbacks to Target, Bud Light, Cracker Barrel, because we've talked about it here. We've talked about it here. The reason I can do callbacks to Disney and Disney's political stance when Disney became political. Disney at once was apolitical, just a corporation. When Disney made that announcement, I said to my audience, Disney is political. You cannot see Disney no more as a company that's for profit because they are doing politics. Oh my God, I need y'all to understand. I need y'all to understand. Disney is no longer just a company. They are a political, multinational arm. And when people argue that these multinational corporations have become stronger than some leaders of countries, Disney is a good example of how a multinational corporation can have more power and influence than some leaders of nations and countries. Did you hear what I said? There is a discussion for political intellectuals about these multinational corporations and them having too much power. You may not be aware of this conversation because you're just a troll, but there is a conversation amongst intellectual political zeitgeist about these, and it's been this conversation that's been going around for 10 years. It's not a new conversation. I am arguing and alleging this morning that when Disney made that comment about becoming more LGBTQ forward, that was a political statement. They didn't have to do it. And that, for me, is evidence to the argument that these multinational corporations are more political than people understand or even know or care to know. Do you understand? Even know or even care to know. So listen as we finish the details. The FCC chairman was going to fine Disney $40 million in a defamation lawsuit against ABC. Charlie Kirk's widow filed, okay. So FCC threatened, and then they were going to, FCC got threats. Disney got threats from the FCC after the monologue. Erica Kirk filed a $40 million defamation lawsuit against ABC. While the incident has drawn reactions from figures including Barack Obama and Ted Cruz on media accountability and free speech, that is the details. That is Barack Obama. Let's read Barack Obama. Barack Obama tweeted in response. Barack Obama said, after years of complaining about cancel culture, the current administration has taken it to a new and dangerous level by routinely threatening regulatory action against media companies unless they muzzle or fire reporters and commentators it doesn't like. Again, Barack Obama should be taken off of Twitter because that's not true. Barack Obama just linked the Jimmy Kimmel suspension to Trump and MAGA. Again, trying to poison the well. What I just read to you, and Dope TV already gave you the facts that this had nothing to do with Trump. This is not lawfare. Trump is not a magician. He can't magically wave a wand and fire someone who's under contract. Jimmy Kimmel could sue Disney. This is what's wrong with Barack Obama and the Democrats. Can you guys, this is not hard. That's not hard to figure out. Even a fifth grader gets that Jimmy Kimmel could sue Disney if they were to break the contract illegally. So why would Barack Obama say that? Why would Barack, it's a narrative. The Democrats are trying to spin a narrative. We just read the FCC got complaints. The FCC is the one who regulates the television. Jimmy Kimmel said something that was unfounded. You can't get away from certain facts, Barack Obama. Barack Obama, Jimmy Kimmel said some things that were unfounded. The FCC got complaints. The FCC was going to fine Disney. Erica Kirk is suing Disney because because Jimmy Kimmel broke the law. FCC regulates. That's a federal commission. Anybody put what FCC say it means in the chat? So Barack Obama, just like Jimmy Kimmel, is trying to spin a narrative and link this to Donald Trump. Well, it had nothing to do with Donald Trump. Jimmy Kimmel was just bad at his job. Disney mismanaged the monologue, and the FCC was going to take action. And Disney said, instead of getting fined by the FCC, they ended the contract because within Jimmy Kimmel's contract, if he goes against FCC guidelines, this is not hard, you guys. This is elementary. You know how to say elementary, dear Watson? If he goes against FCC guidelines, then that gives Disney the permission to suspend the show indefinitely. Not Donald Trump. Not MAGA, not a Republican. Jimmy Kimmel broke the law, violated FCC guidelines, which gave Disney the power to cancel his contract. If Jimmy Kimmel had never done that, right now you would hear about $1 billion lawsuit from Jimmy Kimmel against ABC. Jimmy Kimmel would be suing ABC for breach of contract. Didn't Donald Trump just get $16 million from NBC? I just explained it, obscurity. What are you not? Are you smoking? I just explained it. And Julian Fry. This is what Democrats do when they don't have any facts. I've been giving out facts for 58 minutes and they want more detail. Look it up yourself, like my father would tell me, like your teachers and professors would tell you. Stop being a lazy American. Stop being, you know what? You're going to piss me off. Stop being a lazy American. How about that? How about that? Stop being a lazy American. If the FCC chairman has said there was potential regulatory action, look it up yourself. Lazy American? Lazy American boy. You need the detail. If you want that exact statue, look it up yourself, you lazy American boy. Blood clot. Lazy American boy. He wants me to look up the minute statute. The lazy American boy. I'm not an administrative secretary, boy. I don't work for you, you lazy American boy. You go to FCC.com. Black God, lazy American boy. You go FCC.com. He want me to look up the minute statue on a podcast. I'm here to entertain you, lazy American boy. Ah! After years of complaining about cancel culture, this is Barack Obama. The current administration, he blaming the current administration, has taken it to a new dangerous level by routinely threatening regulatory action. Trump didn't threaten regulatory. Can I read it again? Barack Obama said, by routinely threatening regulatory action. Let's scroll up. FCC Chairman Brandon Carr, who suggested potential regulatory action. FCC Chairman, not Trump. Can somebody needs to correct Barack Obama? There needs to be a correction under this tweet. Somebody has to correct Barack Obama. Trump administration had nothing to do with this. Jimmy Kimmel violated FCC guidelines and the chairman of the FCC, and Disney didn't want any fines. Someone has to correct Barack Obama. What do you want to say, Julian? Violation of the public interest is what the FCC said. Thank you, Julian. Was that hard? We all have cell phones. We all have. Thank you, Juliet. We all have cell phones. I mean, God. It's 2025. Ask Grok. You lazy American boy. Ask Grok. Ask ChatGPT. What are you doing, bro? It's just made a fool of yourself. What is you doing? You got Grok. You got ChatGPT. You want to troll me. Come on. Get the troll head. Barack Obama needs to be JD Vance. Everyone, please congratulate Marco Rubio, the new host of ABC's Late Night Show. I love JD Vance. JD Vance 2028. Can we get JD Vance 2028 in the chat? MAGA strong. MAGA strong. Can I get JD Vance 2028 in the chat? Oh, man, I love you. That was great. JD Vance. Oh, my God. JD Vance, no one better to take over the Charlie Kirk Show. Thank you, JD Vance, for hosting the Charlie Kirk Show. Thank you for doing a great job hosting the Charlie Kirk Show. Thank you for representing your friend, Charlie Kirk. Thank you for keeping the movement going. I mean, people needed positivity. I've been saying this whole time we needed leadership. I've been saying we needed leadership this whole time, but a lot of politics and leaders are scared. They're scared to go on the podcast. JD Vance went on a live podcast for multiple hours. Name one politician that would do that. Name one politician, because they're afraid of what questions, they're afraid of the chat, they're afraid of the trolls. Name one politician that would go on a live podcast on YouTube platform. Kamala Harris wouldn't even do scripted Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's not live. Joe Rogan's not live. Kamala Harris wouldn't even do Joe Rogan. JD Vance hosted a live. Do you know how difficult it is? You know how challenging that is? You know how dangerous it is? You know how much liability it is for a future presidential candidate to host a live podcast? Can we give JD Vance? JD Vance is the man, bro. And if you don't believe me, just wait till 2028. Let's see who's willing to go on the podcast, a live platform, and take live questions. See, politicians are scripted. See, these politicians you're used to, Trump is off the cuff. They asked Trump about Fannie Willis. We had a great time. Trump said Fannie Willis is a criminal, her and her boyfriend. She had a boyfriend. I said Trump is a comedian. Trump is hilarious. They said, Trump, Fannie Willis been removed from the case. Trump said, yeah, her and her boyfriend. She had a boyfriend. I'm like, I love my president. I love my president. He's the best. He's just walking. He's just walking. He's just walking from the hell. He not on the podium. He just walking in the grass. The press just stopped him. He didn't plan any of this. They just say, hey, Mr. Trump, did you hear Fannie Willis got taken? He said, yeah, her and her boyfriend. She had a boyfriend. And then he said, she paid her boyfriend $1 million. Did you know she paid her boyfriend $1 million? Yeah, she's a criminal. That's what Trump said. I can look it up. I don't want to have no fun. She had a boyfriend. We want a comedian president. Good work, guys. You can get mad if you want. You can get mad if you want. Fannie Willis is the one who had a boyfriend who was married. It's cognitive dissonance. This is the hypnosis. This is the hypnosis. They want to make a joke and troll Trump, but they don't hear the incompetent, I think purposely ignorant facts about your Democratic leaders. You make a joke and you say, Trump is a comedian. How do you go over a district attorney who sleeps with co-counsel who is married? How is it more important to you to make a comment about the president being quick-witted? Hello? You simpleton. Why is it more important for you to make a comment about the president being quick-witted at 70 years old? I'm happy he's quick-witted. You simpleton. And how do you go over the corruption? How do you just skip over a district attorney hiring her boyfriend as co-counsel, paying him $1 million, and then we learn? Listen, this is the first two, because this is what the Democrats always do. The Democrats never just make one mistake. She hired her boyfriend as co-counsel. She paid him $1 million. And then lastly, we find out the brother is married. Married. She went on vacation with her mother and a married man who she later hired as co-counsel. And you want to focus on Donald Trump being quick-witted. You don't care about corruption. This is why we're here in the country. You're so hypnotized, you don't care that the DC mayor has been in office 10 years and 3 terms. Today, the DC mayor got embarrassed when she had to go testify and she couldn't answer any questions. She had to yield to her staff. The problem with that is she's been mayor for 10 years. She's been mayor for a decade. So when Charlie Kirk said Fannie Willis doesn't know how to use her brain, when Charlie Kirk said Fannie Willis does not know how to use her brain, when Charlie Kirk said Fannie Willis lacks decision-making skills, he was not being racist and he was not lying. Fannie Willis slept with co-counsel who happened to be a married man. The mayor, Bowser, has been mayor of DC for 10 years with a black police chief, and they have not put a dent in DC's horrible, horrible existence. It took Donald Trump. You want to know why it took Donald Trump? Because Democrats have entrenched corruption. Maxine Waters in office 20 years. Nancy Pelosi in office 20 years. Dianne Feinstein dies in office. I brought you the fact that Marion Barry, the crack smoking famous mayor of DC, never left DC politics. I said, I am the first one to tell you that the crack smoking DC mayor, Marion Barry, never left DC politics. He died in office in 2014 after 32 years of DC politics. When he died in 2014, guess who was the new leadership? Guess who was the new leadership? Bowser. Bowser took office in 2015. Bowser stands on top of the crackhead legacy. Bowser is a product of a 32-year crackhead mayor legacy. After the crackhead mayor died, you got Bowser, and Bowser has stayed there and screwed up DC. This is the reality. But you don't care that Fannie Willis slept with co-counsel. You don't care that Fannie, what race has to do with it? What race got to do with it? You don't care that Fannie Willis slept with a married man, even though she's a DA and she has to be ethical. She has to show that she has good discernment because she's going to choose what cases we prosecute and what cases we don't prosecute. Her paramount job is her decision making, her ability to make sound and just decisions, but she slept with a married man. I would argue that Fannie Willis lacks good decision-making skills. Who would agree with me in the chat? I would argue Fannie Willis lacks good decision-making skills. Making Charlie Kirk's comments correct, not racist, correct. Charlie Kirk's comments were not racist or even out of context. Charlie Kirk was telling the truth. You just didn't know. You just didn't know that the mayor of DC has been in power for 10 years. You just saw a beautiful black woman. And I'm going to be honest, the mayor of DC is a gorgeous black woman. Jasmine Crockett, a gorgeous black woman. You see the mayor of DC, you see this beautiful black woman, and you say, Trump, how come you're not helping this black woman who's mayor of DC? She looks beautiful. She sounds intelligent. Nobody ever said, she been there a decade, bro. This is her third term. She's ineffective as a mayor. She needs to go. What? Wait a minute. I thought Trump was racist. Trump is a bad guy. What do you mean she's been there 3 terms? Yeah, it's her third term, bro. She been in power a decade. She's an ineffective mayor. They need a new mayor. They need new leadership in DC. Oh, okay. Now it makes sense. The National Guard. Oh, okay. 3 terms. Who are they going to vote? Were they going to give her a 4th term? Were they going to give her a 4th? Do you know Marion Barry had 4 terms as mayor? Marion Barry was mayor of DC for 16 years. Marion Barry was mayor of DC for 16 years. Y'all think Trump? Let's go to my other story, because I gotta go take my daughter. It's my daughter's birthday today. Happy birthday, little Miss Perfect. It's my daughter's birthday today. We're gonna take her out. So yes, thank you, Neon. You make an excellent point, Neon. I am bringing it up on purpose, Neon. I agree. Marion Barry was a long time ago. Neon, did you know that Marion Barry never left DC politics? Did you know Marion Barry stayed in power in DC for 32 years and he never got out of office? Marion Barry died in office in 2014. I want you to understand the culture and why Donald Trump was needed. I need you to understand the culture of Chicago with the black aldermen and the pastors and Jeremiah Wright and the Barack Obamas. You need to understand that the gangs and the crime are connected to corrupt police and corrupt politicians. You don't get gang violence, consistent gang violence for 10 years without complicit politicians and police, because the police and the politicians would have shut it down, right? There must be complicit nature here. And Chicago PD has been found guilty many times. Everybody who lives in Chicago knows about the corruption, not only with the gangs, but with the police and the politicians. I wanted to educate my audience that the similar corruption is in all of these democratic cities with the gang violence. That the mayor, the current mayor, has been there 10 years, and she came into power only when Marion Barry died. She lives off of the legacy of a crackhead. When you talk about the culture of crime in DC, it's not just in a vacuum. Trump is not racist. I need you guys to understand what is actually happening in DC. No one knows. All you know is what the Democrats tell you, that Trump is racist, Trump is racist, Trump is racist. You don't know the truth about why there is crime in DC, in Chicago, East St. Louis, East Oakland. You don't know about the corruption in the police, in the politics. How come the people who told you that Trump shouldn't go to DC didn't tell you that Marion Barry was in power for 32 years? How come the people telling you to work with the mayor of DC didn't tell you that she's been mayor for a decade, she's in her third term, and she's ineffective? Why would Trump work with a mayor who's been there 10 years? You're part of the problem. Can someone disagree with me? I need you to disagree with me. If you've been mayor 10 years, you're part of the problem. This is my argument. I am arguing if she was mayor for 10 years, what did Neon say? Should have had troops in Utah, Charlie would be alive. You know what I said? I said they should have had troops in Chicago over Labor Day weekend and 9 people would be alive. I'm going to say it again. If the National Guard would have went to Chicago instead of the mayor whining and complaining and throwing a party on Monday, Labor Day, 9 Americans would be alive. Because if the National Guard would, because every holiday weekend they kill people in Chicago, that would have been a perfect time to deploy the National Guard to make sure for the first time in 10 years, no one is killed on a Labor Day weekend. I'm going to say that again, to make sure for the first time in 10 years, no one is killed on a Labor Day weekend. I'm going to say that again, to make sure for the first time, and this is the part I'm not supposed to say, Neon. This is the part I'm not supposed to say because they're going to call me bad names. Nobody black was killed. Nobody black killed anybody black. But what happened was black people killed 9 black people. Shh. We can't talk about that part. We can't say that. We can't say black people died. 9 black people died Labor Day weekend. We can't say that. We can say 9 people died Labor Day weekend, and there was 70 shootings over that week. 70 shootings over that holiday week, and 9 people died. If the National Guard had been deployed, those 9 people would be alive. Those 9 people would be alive. And I can't wait. I can't wait. We said East St. Louis is next. Neon, you here? You new here. We said East, and why is it East St. Louis? Why is it South Side Chicago? We talked about that too, Neon. Why is the problem centralized to East St. Louis? Why is the problem? Why Chicago is gorgeous? Do you know Chicago has some of the most expensive real estate in the nation? Chicago is gorgeous. It's a great place to visit. Beautiful architecture, rich American history. Americana. Chicago is gorgeous. I've always wanted to go to Chicago. Rich history, food, everything that you would want in an American city. If you're coming from somewhere else, it's an American city you have to visit because the Empire State Building, the university at Chicago. I mean, great things have happened in this great American American city. Who wouldn't want to visit, live, work in Chicago? It's a great place. America is great. But wait a minute, what's wrong with South Side Chicago? What do you mean, Perfect? Are you saying that if you don't go to South Side Chicago, you can enjoy one of the greatest American cities? I'm saying yes. I'm saying if you visit Chicago and you stay out of South Chicago, you would visit one of the most and greatest historical American cities. You would learn rich facts about America going back in history. But if you go to South Chicago, you might get shot. Why don't we ever unpack that? Chicago is a beautiful and great place for some people. Some of the most expensive real estate for Barack Obama. Barack Obama doesn't live in South Chicago. How come Barack Obama never had pressure to live in South Chicago? He drank the Flint water. If South Side Chicago is so safe, can we let's stir the pot. If Southside Chicago is so safe, why Barack Obama did not reside and does not reside in Southside Chicago? So why are you not speaking on threats on HBCU schools? We talked about it already. What I said was that HBCU schools have no reason to be scared because Charlie Kirk paramount message was about praise. Charlie Kirk was about praise. If you look at the mission statement, a turning point, it's about the good book. It's about the message of Jesus and the Lord. So Charlie Kirk never talked about race. People asked him about race. Charlie Kirk was spreading the message, just like Gavin Newsom's 13-year-old son. A lot of people listened to Charlie Kirk and converted and became Christian, became Republican and became Christian. It wasn't about race. So I said the HBCUs were just like Disney, just like Obama, just like Jimmy Kimmel. The HBCUs are trying to siphon energy from a horrible event to get donors. I argue that the week that the HBCUs pulled that political stunt, that their donations went up. I think the HBCUs are horrible people. I think the HBCU did that so they can get more donations. Okay, so did anybody get hurt? Did anybody get hurt? Anybody black get hurt on the HBCU? It's not about you guys. There is a huge ego problem with black Democrats. What I've noticed since Charlie Kirk's demise is that the ego of a black Democrat. Everything is about you. Everything is about you. When you're a black Democrat, somehow you find yourself into everything. SpongeBob and Patrick had an argument in Bikini Bottom. There would be a black liberal Democrat to say, why you didn't talk about black starfish? What? It's SpongeBob and Patrick. Yeah, but what about the Epstein file? What about black people? Come on, man. SpongeBob and Patrick, here come a black liberal. Here come a black liberal Democrat. We talking SpongeBob and Patrick, here come a black liberal Democrat. How come you ain't talking about the HBCUs? I wish you was making it up. I wish I was making up how the ego of a black liberal Democrat. Like we talk about Charlie Kirk, and here they come with their racial agenda. Everything's about race. Here they come with their racial agenda. Boop, 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 boop. HBCUs. I mean, come on, man. Okay, let's go to Omar. Because I need you guys, and I'm about to close down. I talked a lot about Jimmy Kimmel. We might have to come back tomorrow and talk more about Omar. So you guys know AOC, Jasmine Crockett, and what's the name of those ladies? Not the libs of TikTok. What's the nickname of them women in Congress? AOC. They had a name. The squad. Ha! Somebody got Jinx, you owe me a soda. Jinx, you owe me a soda. Man, you let me get it first, man. Oh, you heard me typing. You heard my oh man. Did you hear me? Boop, boop, boop. Oh man, I typed so slow. Oh man, that was the slowest research. Man, I need a producer, man. I need a producer to do the research for me, man. It's called The Squad. Okay, The Squad. I've been saying earlier. Okay, so House Republicans' censure of Ilhan Omar fails in 2014 to 2013 vote. Absolutely disgraceful. You're going to know the 4 Republicans that don't need to be, you need to go be Democrats. You need to go be Democrats. House Republicans, we're talking about the censure of Omar. Let me see if I got a video. Let me see if we got a video that will help. Somebody said to me one day, oh, perfect, you're a visual learner. And I'm like, I never really thought about it like that, but I guess I am a visual learner. So a lot of people are visual learners in today's day and age, but I don't know, I kind of was offended because it was a younger person and it was a younger person. She was cute and she would flirt with me. So I didn't know how to take it. I'm a visual learner. And I'm like, that type of language, we didn't even use that in my generation. But I guess I am a visual learner, but I read a lot. So I don't know, maybe that's why I was offended. I was like, is she saying I don't read? I mean, but I do like visual, because even in my I'm project manager logistics by trade. I worked in healthcare IT, so I would make Visios and workflow documents. So I do, and in the Bigfoot waterfall and all that shit, and Excel spreadsheet and the PMO and all that project manager software and all. So I part of my job was, laying things out, and I do need to see it. If I'm being honest, I do need to see it. I guess it's part of my, that's weird, huh? When you find out things about yourself and you have to admit it, but it's, it's logistics, it's different nowadays. Everything is paperless. I need to see it on the whiteboard. I'm coming into the meeting. I need to see it. Let me see it. Lay it out. Blow it up. Print it out. Let's put it on it. Let's put it out. I need to see it. But yeah, I guess I'm a visual learner. So let's take a look, and then we're going to talk about Omar. I see everybody. I know we're over an hour. I'm sorry I waited for this story for the end, and I got to go to lunch. It's a birthday. You said it's your birthday. Happy birthday, little Miss Perfect. Happy birthday. I love you, princess. She's going to be 5 today. I'm going to post all of my subscribers. I'm going to post. I might just do it a member-only post. So if you want to see, you got to be a member, but I'm going to post her birthday pictures of my 5-year-old daughter's birthday. Telling you, man, God bless Charlie Kirk, man. God bless Charlie Kirk. God bless Charlie Kirk. I just want to say, God, I love you, and thank you for all your blessings, and thank you for my daughter and my wife. And Lord, I know you have a plan for all things, and I know you have the victory. And I just want to say, even if I don't understand why Charlie Kirk was murdered and why this happened, I know you do understand. I put all my trust in you, and I just want to say thank you for your blessings, and I pray that you cover his children and his family. I ask all these prayers in your names. Amen. And bless everyone in the chat. Let's take a look at this, and we're going to talk briefly about Omar.
Democratic Congresswoman Ilhan Omar over these comments about Charlie Kirk.
There are a lot of people who are out there talking about him just wanting to have a civil debate.
Complete rewriting of history.
Yeah, there is nothing more effed up, than to completely pretend that his words and actions have not been recorded and in existence for the last decade or so. People are full of and it's important for us to call them out.
But Omar says Nancy Mace is trying to censure me over comments I never said. Her resolution does not contain a single quote from me because she couldn't find any. Unlike her, I have routinely condemned political violence, no matter the political ideology. So let's bring in Fox News contributor Guy Benson. So Guy, Nancy Mace wants her removed from the House Budget and Education and Welfare committees. And in response, the Congressional Progressive Caucus is trying to censure
no sound. Damn it. How about now? 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 Am I back? Am I back? Am I back? Okay, my bad. I apologize. So let's keep going. What we're looking at now is the details behind the attempted censure of Ilhan Omar, member of the squad. The reason why I'm showing this today is because this is another Democrat who has something negative to say about Charlie Kirk after his demise. But the difference is MAGA was fighting back and 4 Republicans voted against MAGA. And I want you guys to know those names. And that's why I'm doing this story today. And I'm going to do it again tomorrow to give more credence, because we need to get the names out of these individuals and make sure in 2026 that they are no longer Republicans, right? That's what this is about. Thank you, Brock Anel. And you got that Gemini. I got so many. My wife is a Gemini. My son is a Gemini. And I just want to say, I don't want to use the F word. What can I say? Geminis ain't shit. Excuse me, YouTube. Yeah, Geminis ain't shit. Oh man, I think I got 2 sons that are Geminis. Thank you. You're special. I think I got 2 sons that are Geminis, and my wife is a Gemini. And y'all, man, I tell you, my son, I'd be like, give me a hug. He'd be like, no. Give me a kiss. He'd be like, no. Geminis is cold, man. Like Tupac was a Gemini. So I'll be wanting to give my son a hug. But the messed up part is when my son want to hug me, he get to hug me. I have 5 Geminis, right? My son get to hug me whenever he want. But if I want to hug my son, like nah, Dad. Like my wife is the same way. My wife could be hot and cold. They two-faced it. They are two-faced. The Geminis have 2 faces. If you love a Gemini, you really love them. I'm telling you, if you love a Gemini, you really love them. They're going to make sure that you love them. That's all I got to say. And I do. I love my Geminis. I do. Let's get back to the story.
Well, I don't think we have to pretend anything about Ilhan Omar. She has demonstrated for many years that she is a hate-filled person and a bigot, and she says horrible, odious things on a regular basis. And whether every single one of those occasions means that she should be censured or thrown off of committees, I don't know. I guess that's up for elected officials to decide. But I do think generally it's probably helpful for conservatives of the Republican Party more broadly to just let Ilhan Omar spout off her venom whenever she feels like it, because I don't think it's a good look for her. I don't think it appeals beyond the very base of her party, the hardcore people. And I think it's probably off-putting to a lot of folks. And she has a right as an American to speak ill of the dead if that's what she wants to do. People have a right to notice. We'll see how this goes on the Hill.
Yeah, and lawmakers have every right to remove her if they feel fit. All right, this is Nancy Mace and AOC. Watch this.
Oh, listen, let's go.
I am sick and tired of the threats that we're all receiving right now. They are horrific. They are vile. They are dangerous.
Let's go, MAGA.
They're calling us fascists and terrorists and expect us to just sit here and take it. We're not.
Every time a Republican in this House is offended, they file a censure resolution. And
not offended. Charlie Kirk was murdered. Not offended. Charlie Kirk was murdered. AOC, man, come on, man. I can't stand. Not offended. Charlie Kirk, rest in peace. What's wrong with you?
we're here as grown adults, here to legislate for the material needs. I'm not. Guy, your reaction.
I mean, AOC seems to have an on-off switch when it comes to her outrage about threats. Whenever she or one of her squad mates says something terrible,
right,
there is a lot of outrage about it. They claim the threats flow in, and they use that as a shield to defend themselves against criticism over their words. It's like, oh, well, we said something or we've done something. Let's make it about the threats. That's how they always turn the conversation. But when the threats are flowing toward Republicans or conservatives for some reason, I guess AOC has a very different view and a little lecture about growing up. I wish she would apply that evenly. She doesn't, and that speaks for itself as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree. I wish AOC would apply that. Man, all Democrats, all of your fake outrage, your fake out where you draw lines in the sand here, but you don't have a line there. Shout out to this young man. Shout out to you, brother.
It's on Truth Social that the GOP will hold a midterm convention ahead of next year's election. Do you think that this is a good idea?
Well, I had seen the Democrats were talking about doing this. So maybe this is the Republican response saying, okay, well, if one party is going to have a giant, maybe summer showcase before the midterm elections for all their messaging, we have to respond and do the same thing. I wonder if Americans get a little weary of so much politics all.
I don't know, man. I do politics every day. Everything is politics. I was explaining to the American people on my channel that every time you spend your money, that your dollar is political. I say your dollar, you vote with your dollar. So I don't know if I agree with that. I do like this young man, but everything is politics, including your money. Do you know your dollar is a vote? When they talk about take away my vote, my voting rights, I vote with my dollar. The MAGA dollar is strong. People didn't understand that until I started talking about it. But I want you guys, the new people here, think it back to your barbershop. Think it back to your social media discussion groups, your Discord. Tell them that it's a black guy that's MAGA conservative that said you vote with your dollar. The MAGA dollar is strong. He said that you have voting power in your dollar bills. This is what we prove with Target. This is what we prove with Bud Light. This is what we proved with Cracker Barrel when they lost $100 million, when Target lost $250 million. The MAGA dollar is strong. You vote with your dollar. What happened with Disney? What happened with Disney? What happened with Disney? See, the MAGA dollar is strong. Disney was threatened with being sued by Erica Kirk and with regulations from the FCC because the MAGA dollar is strong. I said, don't listen to that trade talk. Don't listen to that tariff talk. I said, if a billionaire tries to pass on his tariff to you, don't spend your dollars there. You vote with your dollar. You vote with your dollar. Wherever you spend your money, you are electing that person into power. The MAGA dollar is strong. MAGA said we're not buying Bud Light. MAGA said we're not buying Bud Light. What did Bud Light do? Can we get it in the chat? I said the MAGA dollar is strong. MAGA said we're not going to Target. MAGA said we're not going to Target. What did Target do? I said the MAGA dollar is strong, not mega. I said MAGA, M-A-G-A, dollar. Put it in the chat. MAGA dollars. MAGA dollars. Why did Disney let go of Charlie Kirk? Why did Disney let go of Jimmy Kimmel? MAGA dollars, MAGA dollars, MAGA dollars. The MAGA dollar is strong. It has power. The tariff does not rule you, does not rule the American day. You will decide the prices where you spend your money. McDonald's, discount after discount. KFC, discount after discount. Bob's Furniture, discount at Macy's, J.C. Penney's, discount after discount. All I see is prices falling, falling, falling. Christmas is coming. If you want to do some Christmas shopping, do it now because prices are falling, falling down. I said, if you want to do some Christmas shopping, do it now because prices are falling, falling down. 80% off, 70% off, 50% off because prices skyrocketed under Sleepy Joe. I said inflation skyrocketed out of Sleepy Joe. So now they have to even the prices out because Americans don't make that much money. We said that for years. Hey, this prices is too high. Americans don't make that much money. What happened? Businesses went out of business because Americans couldn't afford to shop there or chose not to shop there. Now you see prices falling, falling down. Why don't anyone talk about the fact that there are sales everywhere? If you spend money, you know I'm right. Maria Gonzalez, you must go shopping. Everybody has 80% off. My daughter's birthday is today. I got her Gabby dollhouse for 50% off. Then after I bought the Gabby dollhouse, that's $70 for $39. I saw the Gabby dollhouse for $31. This is an $80 dollhouse. The computer in my cell phone is competing for my money. Hey, don't buy it for $40, buy it for $37. The Gabby dollhouse is $70 damn dollars. From the black couch, what's up with your boy? Did you hear me? It's my daughter's birthday. I'm buying dresses. I'm buying shoes. Everywhere has a sale. Why would I lie to my audience? I said 70, 80% off. The Gabby dollhouse is 50% off. Somebody looked up, Julianne, you looked up the FCC statute. Somebody go ahead and look up JCPenney for this clown. Come on, somebody bring up JCPenney and Macy's right now for this clown. Please bring up and show him JCPenney 70% off, 80% off, Saks off 80 off shop at Saks. And please somebody show this clown. Please somebody show it. Puma. I got Puma. I wear a lot of Puma. I could just bring the phone. I'm tripping. I got the cell phone. I could just bring the phone. 80% off. 80% off. These my where my other ones at? I got my other ones. So everything's on sale right now. I can't see where my other shoes at. Oh, I left them in the bedroom. Oh. Left them in the bedroom. But I'm gonna wear it to the birthday party, you guys. Which one should I wear? What should I wear to the birthday party? Or should I wear some Nikes? Should I bust these? Or bust these? I had some fat laces. Okay, here they go. But my wife, she said this don't match. What y'all tell me? She said that don't match. What you think? Does that I got? She said that don't match. I gotta get a different color. She younger than me, so I'm like, everything ain't gotta match perfect. I think it still look cool. Right? These match better. And then what's in here? Hit the super chat, you guys. Hit the super chat. I don't know what I'm gonna wear to the party, man. But what did y'all vote? What did y'all vote? What did y'all vote? What's the vote? What we wearing to the party, man? Y'all in here arguing. Don't be arguing, man. Unity and love, man. Let me read this real quick. House Republican censure of Ilhan Omar fails 214 to 213 vote. House Republicans resolution to censure Representative Ilhan Omar and remove her from committee assignments failed in a 214-213 vote. We lost by one vote. We lost by one vote. On September 17th, can you guys hear me? Tell me if you can't hear me. On September 17th, 2025, after four, gas has never dropped, after four GOP members, Representative, listen to these. These are the names I want you to know. Somebody write these names in the chat because this is going to be very important. We lost one vote. We were going to censor Omar, one of the squad. This was our chance to get her out of power, one of the squad, and four Republicans is the reason why it didn't happen. We lost by one vote, but it was four Republicans at the last minute that voted with the Democrats. MAGA, I want you to know the names of those four Republicans that voted with the Democrats to protect Omar, protect AOC, protect Jasmine Crockett. When they voted with Omar, you voted with the squad. When you voted for Omar, you voted with the squad. It's unacceptable. And I'm going to make sure that MAGA knows your name. I'm going to make sure that MAGA knows your name. When you voted for Omar, you voted with the squad. And we not standing for it. And I'm going to make sure MAGA knows your name and you are no longer a member of MAGA in the Republican Party. 2014 to 2013 vote after four GOP members, Representative Mike Flood, Jeff Hurd, Tom McClintock, and Corey Mills. Let's say it again. Mike Flood, Jeff Hurd, Tom McClintock, and Corey Mills. You got to go. You got to go. Mike Flood, Jeff Hurd, Tom McClintock, and Corey Mills. Join the Democrats. They joined the Democrats. Make sure you write it in the chat. They joined the Democrats. Not only did they join the Democrats, you voted with the squad, bro. You voted with the squad. That's just not, it's unforgivable. It's one thing if you vote with Democrats because you want Social Security for your constituents. Oh, I voted with the Democrats because I want food stamps for my constituents. No, you voted with the squad. You voted with the Democrats and you protected the squad. AOC, Jasmine Crockett, who, can we say the names again? MAGA, put these names out there. Mike Flood, Jeff Hurd. See, for over 2 hours, we've been talking about Jimmy Kimmel. But in the beginning, I said, it's not about Jimmy Kimmel. Why do they want you distracted with Jimmy Kimmel? Because there's real politics going on behind Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel was politics, but look, the squad is on the chopping block. Why isn't the news talking about the squad almost losing a member? And why aren't we talking more about these clown-ass Republicans who messing up the program? Everybody worried about Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel is gone. You know who's next? Mike Flood, Jeff Hurd, Tom McClintock, Corey Mills voted with the Democrats. Say it again. Mike Flood, Jeff Hurd, Tom McClintock, and Corey Mills voted with the Democrats and voted with the squad. It says they joined the Democrats to table a measure to introduce Representative Nancy Mace. The effort stemmed from Omar's social media repost criticizing conservative activist Charlie Kirk she said she called him I'm not going to say what she called him, following his assassination earlier that week, which Mace accused of glorifying violence. Democrats defend Omar's First Amendment rights and criticize the resolution as xenophobic, while a narrow defeat drew backlash from conservatives against the dissenting Republicans and undissensured partisan tension over free speech and political accountability. I had to get that out. I had to get that out. Losers: Mike Flood, Jeff Hurd, Tom McClintock, Corey Mills. Here they go. Here they go. Bye-bye. They don't want to be Republicans anymore, MAGA. Mike Flood, Jeff Hurd, Tom McClintock, Corey Mills voted with the squad, voted with the Republicans. They don't want to be Democrats anymore. They don't want to be MAGA no more. They don't want to be Republicans anymore. Let them go to the Dems. Let them go to the Dems. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Of all the people, you didn't just vote with the Dems. You didn't just vote like on Social Security. You voted to protect a member of the squad. I need the MAGA to understand. You voted to protect a member of the squad. Unforgivable as a Republican. Unforgivable as a Republican. They voted to protect a member of the squad. They got to go. They got to go. You guys, I love you. I'm done for today. We're going to talk more about this squad. We're going to talk more about these Republicans. We're going to keep them names lit because they got to lose in 2026. We need Republican challengers for all four of these guys. They need to be challenged from the right. All four of these guys need to be challenged from the right. They don't deserve their post in the Republican Party. No, nobody's talking about this. Everybody's talking about Jimmy Kimmel. Everybody's talking about Jimmy Kimmel. They're not talking about this politics that's going on. It's real politics going on. It's not just TV stuff. Charlie Kirk really passed away. His family really misses him. There's politics in America. President Trump is in Europe being hosted like a king by a king. When they talk to you about trade, when they talk to you about tariffs, remember what I've taught you. You might not agree with me, but you got to ask yourself, yeah, they said Europe didn't like us. Yeah, they said Europe was angry with the trade deal. It doesn't look like it. It looks like America is in a pretty good place geopolitically. How do you think America looks today? These are the leaders of the free world. I know there's a lot of slow people in the chat. UK, London, Britain, and America. King Charles and George and Donald Trump are the leaders of the free world. I mean, BRICS did a parade. BRICS did a military parade. Isn't it sad and funny how Donald Trump, one man in a horse and carriage, got more publicity, globally, regalia than the BRICS military parade? You guys didn't even see the BRICS parade. You didn't care. You Americans, you looking at Facebook and social media. Do you know globally how America looks? Trump looks like a king. Trump looks like a king. America, for the first time in 15 years, is looking revered. People look up to America again. Did you see the protests in Europe, in UK? 3 million people allegedly came out to protest immigration. I argue they, just like the Canadians who were on TikTok, they were inspired by Trump immigration policy. Immigration in America got so bad, people thought it couldn't be fixed. The number one joke was, Trump, how you going to close the border? Trump, how you going to close the border? They had purposely destroyed immigration, Kamala and Biden. Europe and UK is suffering from similar immigration so bad that people think it can't change. When people saw Trump come into office and stop millions of immigrants. Can we be honest that Biden let in millions? The border czar who said, don't come. Oh, I'm going to come. The border czar said, don't come. Oh, I'm going to come. They let in millions of people. Trump has only been in office for months. Day one, border closed. Day one, border closed. The Europeans and the Canadians who are dealing with Sweden used to be 100% white, now 50% Muslim. The Europeans who are losing their identity, losing their country. If you go to Switzerland and Sweden, places that's supposed to be 100% white, you don't even see white people. And they thought they just gave up. They didn't think that they could stop them. They tried Brexit. Do you remember Brexit? Brexit didn't work. So they see Trump come into office. And in the first day Trump stops immigration, the UK and the Brit is pissed. They want what Trump did. The Canadians want what Trump did. This is happening. They want a Trump. You hate Trump, but you did want immigration to stop, didn't you? You even though you're not racist, you did want immigration to slow down. Just be honest, it was too many people, right? And they taken up too much. But you didn't want to be, you're a liberal Democrat. You didn't want people to get mad at you. So you voted for Trump in the dark. And you weren't mad that Trump stopped allowing people to come into the country and made them go through the proper process. You weren't mad about that, were you? See, Biden gave out bottles of water at the border. Trump started giving out a boot to your butt. Go back home. Trump was giving out a boot to your butt. Biden gave out bottles of water. The Europeans and the Canadians see what Trump has accomplished with immigration, and they realize now it's not impossible to stop this. We just have the wrong leadership, the wrong politics. That's a powerful message to end today's podcast. That's a powerful message to end today's podcast because it's very elevated geopolitical conversation. This is a very elevated geopolitical conversation. A lot of people, because the liberal media did not show you those 3 million protesters. You don't know how angry British in the UK is. You don't know how broken some of these countries are due to immigration because they don't show you in America. They purposely don't show you. This is a great note to end the podcast. This is giving you research. This is giving you fodder because you don't have to believe me because I know you don't know everything I just taught you. I know you're not a podcast host. It's not your job to know all these facts. I know you don't know everything I just taught you. Go research it. Go look up 3 million protesters over the weekend. Just this weekend, not 2 weeks ago, not 5 months ago, just 2 days ago after Charlie Kirk. Just this weekend, 3 million people protesting in the UK. Look it up. I was surprised. I saw all those people on that bridge. I covered Brexit. I studied in depth Brexit. Candace Owens, listen to this. God is so good. Look at this connection I'm going to make. Candace Owens, with the help of Charlie Kirk and Turning Point, created what? Blexit. Candace Owens, with the help of Charlie Kirk and Turning Point, created Blexit, a black exit of the Democratic Party and the hypnosis to help blacks see the truth and become conservative and no longer be co-opted by the Democratic Party. Does anybody remember Candace Owens and Blexit? I'm here as a black conservative. You're watching a black conservative no longer hypnotized by the Democratic Party. As I tell you about Brexit in Britain and immigration and 3 million protesters, it made me remember Blexit And rest in peace, Charlie Kirk, because Charlie Kirk is racist. Oh, you mean the racist who had a black female best friend, Candace Owens? It don't make sense, do it, huh? Candace Owens was his best friend. And as young people, they were young, 19, 20, 21, 23. But Charlie Kirk is a racist. Candace Owens was his best friend. And together they built Turning Point. Together they built Blexit to help free the mind of the hypnotized black. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. And thank you, Candace Owens. Thank you, Candace Owens, because a lot of black people never give you thanks. A lot of black people never tell you thank you, you're intelligent, you're a beautiful black woman. Thank you, Candace Owens. Thank you for Blexit. This is a lot of information. I know I'm giving out a lot of information toward the end. I apologize. Sometimes I get diarrhea, it just all comes out and it just be in my head. But I was talking about Brexit. I want you to go research that protest in the UK. Learn more about it. We'll talk more about that. And if you want to, go look up Blexit. I mean, you may not be black, you may not be a Democrat, so you may not be familiar with how much work Candace Owens did, how closely Candace Owens worked with Charlie Kirk. Some people right now are just not remembering, like, damn, Candace Owens was friends with Charlie Kirk. Damn, Candace Owens did create Blexit. Damn, Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens did work together. I hate this black guy. Why is he I hate you, Perfect. See, people don't like me. I got too many facts. I got too many facts. I would vote for Candace too, bro. Who's that? I would vote for Candace too, Sierra Leone. You are smart. Don't kid yourself. Don't be mean, Richard. Not perfect, but God. Amen. Don't be mean. You guys don't got to be mean. You could disagree. And I want you to disagree. I want you to come. The people who disagree, I want you to feel comfortable here so we can have a debate. This is why America is the greatest country, because we have debate. We're not a monarchy. It's not one person rules all. It's not one school of thought. We have Democrats, we have Republicans, liberal, conservative. You know, that's why the framers were so genius. They wanted to get away from a monarchy. They created a system where we would never be in a mono rule. So we have a House of Representatives, we have a Senate, we have a Supreme Court, we have checks and balances so that we never get caught up into mono rule ever again. But if the Democrats don't get what they want, they burn up Teslas. I don't think the Democrats understand how great America is, that we need both parties for us to be America, or else we're a monarchy. If we don't have differences of opinion, we're a monarchy. If the Republicans don't have a voice, if the Democrats don't have a voice, if Republicans and Democrats don't understand the necessity for each other and the necessity for debate to come to consensus, it's called a house. It's called a house for a reason. The House of Representatives, they represent America. America is the house. MAGA, make the house great again, because we all live in the house. Make the house great again, because we all live in the house. You get it? Greatest idea, greatest country, greatest document ever created. You get it? Get it, bro. Thank you. They only want their way. I mean, they blow up hospitals. They burn up cars. And I really just want to talk to them sometime and say, hey, bro, it's un-American. We supposed to disagree, bro. Or else it's like the Democrats want to be king. We supposed to disagree, bro. That's what makes America great. You don't get your way all the time. We have a Republican president. We had a Democrat president last time. That's what makes us great. Calm down, bro. You will get to be a Democrat in the office again. Calm down, bro. Don't kill anybody. Please, please don't hurt anybody. Please. They don't get it. They don't get what America is. They don't get it. They're in the chat mad, upset. It's my way. It's my way. It's my way. I want my way. Burn it up. Burn it up. Burn it up. That's what they do. Grow up. Grow up. I love you guys. See you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Same bat time, same bat channel, 11 a.m. Come back here tomorrow, 11 a.m. Like, share, subscribe, notification bell, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. I love you. God bless you. God bless Charlie Kirk. God bless America. God bless the chat. Mr. Bosky with the brand new wrench. Mr. Bosky! Woo! Happy birthday. Thank you, brother.